Guys, welcome back to the vlog. I hope everyone's happy and healthy out there. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I hope you're taking care of each other. Now, this is going to be the second part of that TCB jeans review, and if you remember the last one, my charming schizophrenic self informed you that I talk far too much and it was just too long, which, to be fair, it was. But this also gives me the opportunity to give you a little bit of an update on the jeans. So all the jeans are with the three wearers, sorry. So Rio's wearing his. He's also washing them because he spilled a bowl of ramen in the crotch. So they've gone in the wash once. Mine, I didn't spill any ramen anywhere or anything else, so mine are no wash up until now. That's 3 weeks. Volvo down in Italy, I believe he's based. He's washed his twice already, which is nuts to me, but that's the whole point of this fading experiment. Yeah, so we've got no wash, one wash against ramen, and 2 washes for no particular reason that I know of. And now, well, it's just left to dive back into the details of the jeans. Oh, if you've not seen the part 1 of this, I'm going to leave the link to that in one of the corners here. Enjoy, guys, and I will speak to you sometime soon. Right, let's go to the front of the jeans. So here we have, it's the traditional 5 pockets. So you've got, actually the 5th pocket was the one on the left hand side, but you've got the 2 hand pockets, you've got the coin pocket. The coin pocket's an interesting one actually, because it's much bigger than I've ever seen on any other pair of jeans. It's actually a practical size. I would use this, and I'd have never used it in any other jeans before. I wonder what the red clouds are like. The red cloud's much smaller. You've got your button fly here, 3 buttons, slightly smaller. The buttons are branded with 2 cats brands. No stamped in the back though. And also, interestingly enough, the rivets aren't branded either. But they're... Oh, I really love this kind of detail where you just get a little bit of that denim just flashing through the rivet plate. Ah, they're branded in the back. Okay, there we go. Now, another interesting point that we can see when we're looking at the front of these jeans is actually to do with the leather patch on the back. Remember I was saying that these were mass manufactured products, right? And in mass manufactured products, the number of steps you can do, or the number of steps you can remove to actually producing the thing saves you money, times money. So when they were doing the top stitch here, just going around here, what they've done is that they go round to where the leather patch is, then they stick on the leather patch, then they go round, down, up, down, back over that first stitch line, and then continue round. And that just removes one step in the process of making the jeans and will save time and money in the long run. The stitching throughout the jeans, it's a traditional mix between the lemon and tobacco stitching. And yeah, as I said, I don't have a pair of 1955s to compare, but I would guess that it's bang on for this. The coin pocket has got like a little bit of sort of selvage detailing there, I think. Yes, it does. Yeah, the selvage is a very light red, even towards sort of a pink. And this could be, if you find a pair of vintage Levi's from back in the days, even the ones from the 80s and things that have been really washed out, the red selvage bleaches down to being pink. And I wonder if the guys at TCB were actually sort of having a nod towards that. Either way, it's a nice tone. Okay, now we're going to get to the inside of the jeans here. And this is where we're going to be looking at that overlocking thing I was talking about earlier. Okay, let's have a closer look at the buttons. Top button here has got like a really nice bit of tarnishing starting. I don't know when that started. And then the 3 branded fly buttons going down into there. Buttonholes. Buttonholes are clean, well done. And you can really see, looking at these buttonholes and how they've been cut, you can really tell how denim fades. You can see it right through to the white core of the yarn. So that gives me quite a lot of hope that these are going to be fantastic faders in the long run. But right, yes. So here we are in the inside. You see that? And yeah, there's overlocking in here. None of these seams have been taped, again, because these are a pair of jeans with repro detailing, and this is how it was done back in the day. Pocket bags. Pocket bags are white, or they were white before I started wearing them and got blue all over them. Blue, indigo, you know what I mean. Pocket bags are nice and thick, but not too thick that they're just going to start coming out and give you big white patches in the front of your jeans. No branding or stamping or detailing or anything like that on those. We've just got, the branding is pretty minimal on this. We've just got one simple care label on the inside, TCB jeans, built in Japan, 100% cotton. Now this is interesting. Machine wash warm. Do not tumble dry. Definitely don't tumble dry. Do not bleach. Use press cloth. So I think press cloth means that you put a cloth on top before ironing them. And then, yeah, more washing instructions and things in Japanese. Can't read that. Here you can see, as mentioned earlier, the inside of the hidden rivets in the pockets. Non-branded and with a slightly thicker backing to the rivets. I can't wait till these start to pop out and I can actually see what the fronts of the rivets look like. Although, in all the years that I've had jeans with hidden rivets, I've never worn a pair so hard that the back of the rivets pop through the pockets. Just never happened. Thankfully, because it would start ruining things. Right, and now we're going to move to the bottom of the jeans, and this is really one of my favourite parts. Okay, looking at the selvage, again, we've got this very light red, which is actually just pink. We've got this pink selvage ID going down here. Where these are joined in the outseam is super narrow, and when I was talking to Rio, he was translating for Hayumi, and he was telling me that this is narrow because that's the kind of machines they're using, and the kind of machines automatically give you like this narrow band here. It's like, if you look at more modern jeans, they're much, much thicker. I don't really understand the detailing of that. I hope you guys can't hear that. There's something going on outside. Yeah, I hope the sound's okay in this video. Anyway, this is one of my favorite parts here, and this is something I've never actually had with a pair of jeans quite so starkly, and that is the roping that's going on in the chain stitch in the bottom hem. This is going to be... Okay, this could fade crazy, but I always cuff my jeans so this hem doesn't get any wear. But the roping for that could be absolutely beautiful. Chain stitch is done really, really nice and clean all the way around. I didn't bother getting the jeans hemmed because I like to have that option for wearing them a bit longer. But TCB can do that for you if you order them on their website. Here we see on the inside more of this overlocking stitch. And I mean, okay, probably should have explained this earlier. An overlocking stitch is just a way for when the jeans are being made to lock this outer seam so it doesn't unravel. If you look at jeans before the 1920s, I believe, then they are actually, this seam is just open and it gets quite frayed. But in this case, you'll see a lot of other brands. Wrangler's definitely one of them that has got a felled seam going all the way down here. So that's when the two pieces of material are kind of like locked in. How's that? Locked in like that. So it's much, much cleaner, and that takes care of the seam unraveling. And funny, like selvage wasn't really a thing back then. That was just how fabric was made. And if you unpick vintage Lee or Wrangler pieces, which you probably shouldn't. It's going to ruin their value. But if you were to unpick them, you'd find the selvage edge in the inside of the felled seams. So yeah, nice little bit of geeky knowledge there. This shouldn't be snubbed at. This is just how it was done. And then you get this very Levi's one single stitch down here. Another interesting geeky thing about, well, this is very specific, but anyway, Len from Benzite Denim Developers, he really loved just this single stitch going down here, but he really didn't like the look of overlocking the inside. He was wanting his jeans a little bit more clean. So he just used two separate colors of thread. So one that was tonal, one that was contrast, so the contrast one kind of gets hidden. Okay, I'm going to show you the example of that back in a second. Here we go. Right, so you can see here that this seam is this felled seam, and you can see here also you've got the two colors of thread. It's more stark, you can see it here because it's on the white side of the denim, but if we turn it over, it looks exactly like it does on the TCB jeans, right? So you've just got this one row of thread that you can see, and if you really get in close, you can see, yeah, there's another stitch there. That's because it's felled. Okay, that was really geeky. Right, so for this fading contest, well, I've been in these jeans, kind of constantly. Actually, not that constantly because it's coming up to summer here. But they're already starting to show a tiny little bit of fading here and there. It's getting like a little bit of fading up in the belt loops. Okay, so the reason I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but the reason I'm wearing in these TCB jeans is I've got kind of well, it's not a fade competition, it's more of a fade experiment going with the guys from TCB, Rio, and then an Instagrammer called Volvo, Sufu, I believe. We got into a discussion on Instagram about washing versus non-washing. Volvo is much of the opinion that you should wash your jeans often. I'm of the opinion that you should wash them not as little as possible, but actually no, as little as possible. Like, I don't wash up to 6 months after the initial soak. And since these were one washed, I didn't bother doing the initial soak, so I've just started wearing them. I'm just going to document it going along the way, and so's Volvo. I guess Rio is going to be in the wash sometime. Rio is the right-hand man of the TCB founder, and he's going to be somewhere in the middle, washing sometimes, but not often. Obviously, lifestyle, environment, all of these kind of things are going to significantly influence that, but I still think it's a nice little fading project. Right, okay. Is that all the details I can think of? If there's something I'm missing you really want to know, just let me know, okay? Hey guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you taking your time to watch me get geeky about jeans. If you enjoyed this, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe. If you also give us one of those thumbs up, that really does help out the channel. It does magic with the YouTube algorithm or whatever. There's also that bell icon. You can hit that and then you're going to get notified whenever I drop another video. All the links to our social media and all the other good stuff is down in the description below, along with the other two guys' Instagrams that I'm going to be doing this competition with, and a link to these jeans on the TCB website as well. And guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next vlog.